All right, so here we go. Going to do a final install video of this Planner Deluxe tender trailer. It's of course got the Unverferth 2-box belt conveyor on there, pop up in one tank, 2x2 in another tank. And we're gonna walk through how this thing is set up. This is a Neville built trailer, and we're basically just customizing it to fit what this customer wants. So we're offloading these tanks with 2-inch. Because we're filling a planter, we're not filling huge tanks, so we have 2-inch pumps. Another unique thing we did here is we've got 2 separate pumps. When you're running in furrow and 2x2, that's not something you want to play around with potentially mixing up. So we've got this pump dedicated to this front tank, this pump dedicated to this rear tank. So I think that's a very wise idea to be able to dedicate a tank to a pump. If this was a sprayer only tender, yeah, we could just put a single tank on there, but that's not the case here. So we are able to fill these tanks though with a 3-inch. So whenever he is at the co-op or wherever he's getting fertilizer from, at his storage bay, wherever, he can plug a 3-inch pump into here, and we've got it plumbed into the bottom of those tanks with 3-inch. So we go into the tanks with 3, we come out of the pump with 2. Now, we did also set up these pumps to be able to fill these tanks, so that's what this is here for. If you want to fill this tank with this pump, you hook in right here, and you can do that as well. And then whenever you offload, you turn this valve, and it'll run through a different filter section. You know, there's one filter for filling the tank, one filter for emptying the tank, and you just have to turn 2 valves to switch that. Of course, we've got an electric hose reel here for the 2-inch to be able to come out. These valves can turn on and off, of course, each tank. The seed tender we didn't have a whole lot to do with. That was on the trailer whenever it came here. Although we did shorten this tender up a little bit. You can see some welding that we did there. We got some paint from Unverferth to match that, so we'll get that cleaned up. But what we did was we cut these legs off. Basically, there was this box. This is the main control center for the tender. It's got everything in there. It was mounted way over here. So we shortened that up to get this tighter, because as you can see, with everything going on, we needed every inch of space we could get. When we climb up this ladder, there's not a ton of room left up here on this deck, and so we wanted to tighten things up. So now, right here where I'm standing is going to be kind of the mixing station. You come up here, start your pumps, and right here is where you start to enter in your chemicals. We've got our inductor in the venturi, and you can turn this valve to either bypass the venturi or have it suck product down and through. So we've got, of course, each pump individually is plumbed into this venturi and suction line, so you can open this lid and you can dump your products in one by one. There will be a chem blade inside of that. And the one product that is missing on here yet that we haven't completed is the fresh water tank. We're going to have a tank sitting on here with an electric pump to not only rinse this out and rinse your jugs out, but it'll be a clean hand wash station with a retractable hose reel as well. So a lot of features like what we've done on other ones in the past, but this one's definitely unique because we're isolating each tank with its own pump. Another piece that we are not completed with is what you're looking at right here. What you're seeing right here is the beginning of our light bracket. So we're going to mount lights on here One thing I did fail to mention is after planting season, this tender's coming off. And then he's going to use this to tend his sprayer. So we wanted to mount lights in a fashion to where when he's taking this on and off, it doesn't obstruct. What I mean by that is if you mount a light right here up in the air and you take this off, you're going to hit it with that auger. So we're going to make these light posts able to move if you have to. So what we're going to have here is this square tube is going to run up, and at the top it's going to have these tiger lights on it. And so this is a bracket that can drop down into this channel, and with these bolts, once this is welded, this is going to get welded right here, and we'll be able to drop this down in. This plate will be loose on the bottom, and then we'll be able to tighten up these bolts, and it'll be a real solid, snug fit. And then that can be moved from channel to channel depending on where he likes to see the lights. Of course, we're going to have power running up through here to the lights. So, turning out pretty sweet. This one is almost complete. Maybe by the end of the day tomorrow, we'll have to get some stuff back from powder coat and get everything done. Now, right here you can see we actually had to drill the holes into these tanks. They came without any holes in them. So we put the bung in there, did a 90 degree with a 3-inch valve. We always like to put valves right here at the bottom of the tank. That way if anything happens to this hose right here, you can simply shut this valve and be safe. So, pretty sweet. It'll be even sweeter when it's complete. But that's what we're doing today on this particular tender trailer. Again, every one is a little bit unique, and that's what we like about them. They're built for the farmer and his own operation to make sure that something like this, every time he hooks to it, he's doing nothing but saving time. And I think he'll be able to accomplish that very well with this unit. So that's what we're doing today. Thanks for tuning in.